Hello and welcome to The Charismatic Voice. In my last video, I asked you what you wanted to hear next. Most people said more Dimash, but some people said, I want to hear some other singers as well. So I'm going to try to make everybody happy, of course, because I love you all. And I'm going to review 3 singers. Dimash Kudaibergen, Lara Fabian, and Aida Garifullina singing a trio together. The song they're singing is called Amo Cosi by Igor Krutoy, and they performed this live within the last year at a concert that was in honor of the composer. So can't wait to see it, hear it. Let's get to it.
На льду звезды фигурного катания. На сцене Lara Fabian, Aida Garifullina.
There's Igor at the piano and Dimash. Okay. Is that fog? It's gorgeous. Oh, and there's Aida. Oh, he's so happy. Okay, ooh, hey! Okay, gonna pause that. This is an ice arena. That's right, I think I read somewhere that this was in an ice arena, but whoa, that's really cool. And also, wait a second. That's gotta be really cold. Ooh, that it's hard to sing in the cold, and that makes it so it's like running in the cold. You have to be pretty warmed up to really have your muscles and juices flowing well. But for voice, that can mean that the muscles around your larynx get a little bit stiff, but that doesn't seem to be affecting either of them. They're singing beautifully. I love how both of them are sounding in this lower register. They're both bringing so much tenderness, a lot of expression and emotion in with the Italian too. And I absolutely love, there's a particular thing that Aida did. She does this portamento, which is a slide down. She goes like, ah, right? It's really beautiful. But you could tell that she had a lot of operatic training when she did it because she kept her vibrato going the whole time, which showed she was continuing that breath energy. It was really beautifully done, gave me chills. And also, I loved when she came in on the stage. You saw Dimash do this amazing little subtle staging where he looked around and then he followed her with his body and his eyes, clearly showing that that the character, the I guess the feminine love she's representing in this piece has his full attention. So that was just beautifully done. A little small staging that meant a lot. So let's keep going. Oh, hi Laura. Did you hear that at the end? In their last note, the way that they lined up their vibratos? That's hard to do. But ooh, it was so nicely done. Now Aida is going to have a little more vibrato, probably because she's much more from an opera vein, and Dimash has been traveling a little in the center as far as operatic training, but also a little more pop. So he was able to give a little bit more vibrato into his voice to really match her, and she was able to take hers back a little bit. It was a beautiful blend of voices in so many ways, without losing a person. I could still clearly hear each of them the entire time. But now we have Lara, who looks like she's getting ready to sing, so let's keep going. Oh, that was gorgeous. Ooh. So I know that there's some ice skating going on, and it's happening on the screen, but I have to tell you, I'm listening so intensely to the voices that every now and then something happens on the screen, and I'm like, oh yeah, there was an ice skating trick that was probably incredibly hard to execute, but the voices have all of my attention. So I loved the different quality that Lara brought into this. Her voice just had another personality that entered the trio, and it was very strong and also clearly had a little bit more of a pop leaning because she's holding the notes more straight toned, very beautiful, focused quality. And she brought a more strength to that lower area of the voice. She's got a stronger lower voice than Aida does. Aida's going to be top soprano. And I think it was really interesting how Dimash responded. He gave a much stronger, a little more heroic presentation of his part right after her. And they're probably going to go into a duet section next. So I want to hear what they do when they mix. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Dimash is so smart. He's so smart because he adjusted his vibrato to match Lara now. She has much less vibrato in her tone. A little more center to the voice, a little less air floating around it. And he was able to adjust both his tone and vibrato to match her. So you could hear again, when they sing these notes that are drawn out together, you hear them kind of going, at the same time. It's really, really fantastic. He's being such a wonderful colleague. Not everybody will adjust for another singer in that way. And he's doing it. It's really amazing. And that would be a wonderful person to work with. Let's keep going. Ooh, that was a nice key change. Okay. I didn't want to stop in the middle of that because there was so much going on. I didn't feel like there was ever a good stopping point. So I might rewind back and take a look at a couple things. first of all, as they were singing along, at first, I did think I lost Aida for just a moment because she was singing in the lower area, and I kept wanting her to hit a high note. And then as we got to the end and they had that build up, I was like, okay, come on. Somebody, she's going to hit a high note, right? I know her high notes are great. I want to hear a high note. And I love that at the end, not only did she hit the high note, but she also gave the diva arm, like, I've got this. Check this out. I'll show you. It's right. Where's her diva? There you go. Oh, look at that. That's right. She's got her arm. She's like, that's right. That's my high note. It's coming out. It's not even a very high note for her. But comparatively in this piece, this is her highest note here. So she had to point it out. And I love that because it helps you appreciate how she's prepared it and she's drawing attention to it. This is a fun spot to stop because hers is like, hey, yo, I've got this high note. Dimash is like, I'm going to dig in and get some extra sound right here. And Lara is just like, I'm going to give it up. It's really, really fun still of them. One of the things that I also was noticing, and you can see in this picture, was how they're all holding their mics differently. Sometimes they look similar, but you can see Dimash actually holds his much further down, and Aida and Lara are holding theirs closer. And at the very end, let's see, I want to show in one of these last stills. There we go. That's a perfect one. Look at how each of them is holding their microphone. Dimash has a very, like a tilt down like this. And then Lara is singing over the top and Aida is singing straight on. And you can also look at the distance between each of their mouths and the microphones. With Aida, when she's singing a super high note, that note has been trained for audiences of 4,000 singing over an orchestra without amplification. So that note's going to be loud. And she's bringing her microphone way back away to help the sound guys out some. They can do some adjustment on their knobs, but it's nice when singers help out. Now, Dimash also has his pretty far, whereas Lara has got hers a little bit closer. As far as the trio goes, I particularly loved the way that they were very emotional and expressive throughout. Sometimes in a trio, you can just rely on it using the music and the sound of three voices to communicate emotion. But instead, each of them and each of their lines had a message that they were communicating. And overall, that made it so it had more impact. And obviously, I love that they included pictures of Igor during this performance, because you can see how happy he is. His face is just lit up. He's like, yes, I have three of the best singers in the world singing a song I wrote. I believe he originally wrote it for Sumi Jo and Dmitri Hvorostovky. And maybe that was also Lara. But now he gets to hear it with two other singers who are just incredible. And he looked overjoyed. And also kudos to all of them for singing this in an ice arena with the cold. Wow. I don't think that I would really want that job. So too cold to sing, too cold. They did a beautiful job, really beautiful. And you can tell from their clothing that they were thinking about keeping their voices warm. So clearly is a concern, but not one that bothered any of them at all. That was so lovely. I needed that. I didn't know that I needed it, but I needed it. I think my heart actually feels warmer, which is saying a lot because, whoa, outside, it's crazy. With coronavirus everywhere, you're probably stuck at home, I'm stuck at home, and we could use a little more beauty right now. So I hope everybody will go back and watch this performance in full. I'll put a link below. It's just really stunning. I'm probably going to watch it again after I finish up this video. So thank you, everybody, for making the recommendation. And please continue to make recommendations for next week. I know that I'm going to do a solo Dimash video for next Monday, but I don't know which one. I will likely do whichever one is recommended most below. So sound off. I've been keeping a tally of what your favorites are. And I might also release another video in the middle of the week, maybe another review, maybe something on vocal technique. So stay tuned for that. And if you like this video and this channel, please subscribe. I'm on the road to 10,000 viewers, and I'd love for you to be one of them. I think that's it for today. Thank you for listening. See you next time.